What's going on there, friends and neighbors? I am ShinRobjira, and today we are talking about the Godzilla 2014 Gachapon set featuring Godzilla, Hok-Muto, and Fe-Muto. Please be aware that this is not the full set of this little Gachapon set. There was an Atomic Breath version of Godzilla that I could never really find, and whenever I did find him, the price was just too much, especially for something so small. Yeah. But anyway, let's get to talking about each of these one by one. Taking a look at Fe-Muto first, you can see that she is mostly going to be this brown color with a little bit of this metallic reddish orange. In terms of colors, that's pretty much it. In terms of detail, the most detail you're really going to get is on her backside from either view. There's a detail right there. How easily these things fall apart. And you're going to get definition on her arms. Yeah, you're also going to get detail on her face as well. You can obviously see her eyes and her beak and maybe even a little bit of her tongue in there. You're going to get detail under Fe-Muto's chin, on her chest, and on her stomach over here. You're going to get some minor detail on her little arms over here as well. And you're also going to get a little bit of like definition in her legs as well. Sorry, I forgot about that. In terms of articulation, this figure has none, because that's the reason why. They're just little pegs that fit into holes so they can at least stay in place so they can stand up. Despite not having a lot of crazy details or a lot of crazy paint, this female Muto or Fe-Muto Gachapon figure looks pretty dang good. Although it still does leave a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth that we didn't get more Fe-Muto from Bandai. I call that one heck of a missed opportunity, because Fe-Muto is such a badass, and seeing this in a 6-inch Bandai figure, man, I would have paid any price you asked for. Arrgh! Hok-Muto is a little bit more of the same of what we got with Fe-Muto, obviously with less legs and some giant semi-solid wings holding him up in the back. Oh, God. Yeah, Hok-Muto falls apart the easiest out of all of these. And as you can see, he's got a little block down here, which is where you rest the back part of his wings. Again, you're mostly going to get a base color of brown on this guy with a little bit of red at the ends of his arms and for his eyes. There's his eyes, there's his beak, maybe a little bit of his tongue and his mouth. You're going to get detail on the back of his head and on the back of him as well. Not so much on the wings just have slight definition on them. Obviously, you're going to get more detail on the bottom side of his neck and on his stomach, chest, and crotch region. You're going to get a little bit of the same arm definition that you got with Fe-Muto, but not as much, because Hok-Muto, or Hokkaido Muto, he's definitely not as brolic as his girlfriend was. But this is still really cool. It was nice seeing a Hok-Muto figure with the wings spread out like so, because the Bandai figure we got of him, his wings were kind of condensed to a specific stance. Now let's take a look at Godzilla. And as you can see, Godzilla is coated in some very, very, very nice detail. Very minimal paint. Let's take this off so I can move this around easier. The only differentiation in paint is going to be on his chest and in his mouth, and the yellow paint for his eyes. I'm not expecting master grade masterpieces with Gachapons, but detail wise, this guy looks amazing. I mean, especially for something so small. This is like 2.5, maybe 3 inches tall. And it looks great. It definitely captures the likeness of Godzilla very, very well. And this tail is just ignorant. It's a very long tail for something so small. But the detail on this guy is fantastic. You're going to get detail everywhere you look. He only has paint where he needs paint, and by all means, for a figure this small, that's perfectly fine. And here are the 3 figures together. In terms of Godzilla and Hok-Muto over here, I feel like they're somewhat in scale. Fe-Muto, not so much. I definitely feel Fe-Muto should have been a little bit bigger. For tiny little Gachapon figures, these figures have some very nice detail, some very nice paint. I wouldn't say go out of your way to find these things. I mean, I mainly bought this solely because of Fe-Muto, as if I didn't have enough of her already. And by enough, I mean 3 other figures. I am a little bummed that I can't find the Atomic Breath version of Godzilla 2014 in Gachapon format, but that's perfectly fine. If I ever do find them, maybe I'll do an updated version of this video. But anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap it up, friends and neighbors. I have been ShinRobjira. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all tomorrow with yet another video. Godzilla Week 2019 Part 2 continues! So until then, may Screwonk be with you all. Hope you lot have a lovely day, and, you know, shadaisy.